welcome everybody.
Hello, hey.
What up? Hey, homies, let's say hi to the peeps, all right? My name is Ken. Welcome again.
Oh, Fred.
Henry here.
Don't worry, I'll cut away the awkward pause.
No, and then Ernesto. That's awkward.
And then we're waiting
Ernesto,
for this guy right here.
I don't know.
Ernesto, any moment now, it's going to pop in via the magic of Wi-Fi. 3, 2, 1.
Nope. It's not gonna.
No, and then you cut him in right there.
No, you can't just cut him in out of nowhere. That's gonna be confusing. I always try to do that with stoplights. Like, as you pull up.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I'm always like, I look over, like, now. You're like, damn it. Never works.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Ernesto is having some technical difficulties tonight. Our hypothesis is that it's Saturday night, all the kids are streaming Netflix, and it's just killing this bandwidth for his actual work, right? This is work, guys. He's got to take priority, teach his kids a lesson.
Yeah, so he should, you know what? But he works in tech. He should be able to just like turn everyone else's off, right?
If he can get in there and do some tweets.
Maybe his kid changed the password already. His kid changed the password already, You never know.
Oh, dude, kids are so smart these days.
How do they hack it? Ken, how do they hack it?
How would they hack it?
Your kids must have hacked it.
Hey, use what was the default password? Admin123, right? Get into the router.
Was it password?
Yeah. Or it's super basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get into the router and then you can start messing with it. You can identify who's on the network and start hogging all the bandwidth.
Mine now the interfaces are actually a little more layman, I guess, or just like very simple. And where some of these programs allow you to actually just in the UI, it's like you can see what is it connected to without even jumping into there, as long as you're already like the account holder. So Ernesto should be able to just look up and be like, oh man, this iPad, this iPhone, you just turn it all off. Deny. Oh man.
He's having fun. He's struggling with it.
I think it's one of those things where he just needs to just kind of like plug it in, instead of this Wi-Fi stuff. Hardline.
That's true. You're saying
I'm
that
a hardline
like,
guy.
Going away from wireless or not wireless. So you're saying, Henry, maybe not wireless, but going away from smart hub.
You still this mesh stuff, right?
Mesh.
Just plug it straight into the wall.
But you need like hundreds of feet of cable.
Then go buy 100 feet of cable. It's better than be dropping out.
I don't know. Okay, so I did that. So originally the house like here had a couple Ethernet cables actually put in during one of the remodels, but we never really ended up using some of them. I had to pull new ones and like poke holes, crawl in the attic, poke holes, shove them down so that at least and it's funny, like you said, certain ones are wired. So Kathleen's office is wired, and then the only other thing wired from my office, PlayStation.
That's right.
Not work. Right. Not work. The PlayStation.
Man, remember the days when we were playing Destiny every morning? Your ping, your latency matters. Like between a successful run in the raid, if your ping sucked, you're the problem.
Do you think it's still the same?
Probably.
Have you played the second one? Have you played Destiny 2?
Maybe like 2 years ago. I haven't really picked it up since then.
I know Henry got rid of all his fun stuff, so
no more.
Yeah.
No more.
They like.
But
what?
I was saying, Freddie. So my son's been playing with one of our ex-raid members right now. They're playing this game called Escape from Tarkov. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I heard. It's like the gameplay is much different. I heard it's very difficult too.
Very difficult. They're saying it's very realistic, there is no such thing as like friendly fire, right? You basically can kill each other. And the only way you can prevent that is by talking to each other and communicating where you are.
They drop you on a really big map, right? And it's like, and then it's a royale, or like, so it's like 1v many, or
it's a mix. So the goal is for you, if you want to drop in solo, you can, or you drop in as a group, can. And you're all mixed in the same map. And the goal is for you or your team to get to the extraction point and survive the whole time.
Okay. You start with nothing or what?
You can decide what gear to bring, and you will find gear over time. What? However, if you die, you lose your shit.
Okay. Whatever you enter the arena with, that's what you lose.
Yes.
How do you? So you just earn points. Points turn into money. Money gets you stuff that you can.
I don't know the details, but you can kill people and pick up their shit.
But then you said you die, and then you lose that.
Yes. Now you can buy insurance.
Oh. Okay.
With real money?
Yes, probably with real money.
In-game money.
Yeah. Which is also probably real money too, probably.
Oh, they have like apparently a flea market in game, so you can buy used equipment, you can sell used equipment,
and then skins and stuff is probably a lot of money.
I don't know about that because I kept like he'll tell me about the game experience and how, man, can you believe that guy B just like killed me yesterday? He dropped in 5 minutes later. He saw me on the beach. And then, we were all talking to everybody on the team, said, hey, there's somebody on the beach. Let's go get him. And they split up. And then this guy, right, the guy we used to game with, he ran down. They go, oh, I see the guy. There's a guy on the beach. Pow, 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 pow. And then my son's like, somebody just killed me. Now, apparently, you can choose to identify your group. You can like buy an armband, a colored armband, and wear it on your arm.
Why did he say something before? Like, where are you? Where is your location first? You don't just fire randomly down the beach.
No, the funny thing was he'll see the guy, and he starts unloading clips into the guy and says, I see the guy. I'm gonna take him out. And he's like, dude, that was me. Don't kill me. Ernesto, welcome.
I apologize. As soon as I cursed that company out, they pulled the plug again.
See, why you have to apologize, right? You shouldn't apologize. Yeah. You should just take a couple more swigs at it. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers. Hey, maybe you can just buy yourself some time and just say, hey, you love Spectrum Internet. They're awesome.
He bit his tongue. I saw bit his tongue instead.
See, that's the thing, right? I only back products and brands that I believe in. And they have not. It just, dude.
Isn't it the hardest thing is like you don't have choices. Like,
yeah,
there's no other broadband choice. That's the hard part for even like here. It's like, who else are you gonna pick?
Exactly. And then we completely cut the cord. Like we don't have cable. So our only form of watching anything is the internet.
No. You live in LA. You need to get a little antenna. You're gonna get digital TV. You can still watch quite a bit because LA, you still have public television.
That's true. That's true. I haven't gone to go buy the bunny ears.
I can see he's like this in there. Son, hold it.
Yeah, don't move.
Yeah, lift up your leg. Oh, hold it right there. There we go.
Yeah, do you remember that's how it used to be? We could try to you could like fine tune the fuzz into actually something you could see for a little while. Now you can't. Now if it's digital, it's like, oh, that looks like garbage.
Yep.
I think it works with digital antennas too. You actually touch it in one hand, put your hand up on the other side.
No, the antenna will work, but because of lag, it's just pixelated. Versus back in the day, it would be fuzzy, right? Like you could make out and see, and it might not be the perfect picture, but at least you could see something. Yeah, and it doesn't slow down. Now it's like Well, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, back in the days, I could say, "Oh, I see a boob! I see a boob!"
But that's
man,
different. Trying to look past the cable box is different. That's
dude, you guys gotta describe what it means to watch an encrypted, right, adult movie coming through your cable box into a CRT tube TV. And it's like you're high, right? You could take some shrooms and it'll probably look like that. You hear the audio, and then once in a while you get that snapshot, right, Henry? And if you're lucky, you might get a nipple.
I'm going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. What is CRT, huh? Yes, beyond my generation.
Right.
I don't know what CRT is.
Oh man.
Anybody want to tell me what that is?
Okay.
Anybody?
You remember the initial, but not the actual. What
Anybody?
Okay, cathode ray tube TVs. Those are the square TVs, guys.
The ones on the floor? The ones on the floor?
They usually get built
the
into
wooden box on the floor.
So yes, they sit on the floor.
I actually messed that one up. I actually blew my parents' setup.
With what?
Because my dad got some like nice speakers, whatever. And I thought my dumbass was like, if I plug the speakers into the back of the TV, dude, we'll get surround sound. Nope. We ended up with a burnt TV.
Oh,
wait.
I don't know how. I have no idea how. All I know is that my dad went to go turn it on. Is
where were he?
It wasn't you, right? You didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. I might have put.
How would he short it though from the back?
I have no idea. I mean, I took the back panel off.
Okay.
Oh.
Now,
okay.
Now this explains all of it. I was thinking, like, what? But there's a cover. There's. Now it makes sense.
Nope. I messed something up.
Dope.
Wow, you were ballsy and adventurous at a young age, and
I learned my lesson pretty quick. I never ever did that again.
Well,
you
okay.
You didn't hurt yourself or anything.
No. My parents were there. He let me. My dad.
My parents were there watching me. Yeah, it's surround sound, Dad. Yeah, go ahead, son. Let's see how it goes.
Do it. Yeah, we still laugh at that story.
I thought, because what's the other way you can mess it up? With a little magnet, right? If you have a magnet, and then you can draw it across the screen. You can
affect a picture with a magnet.
And it'll warp the picture.
Yeah,
really.
What does it do? I don't even know how.
That's why there's a button usually on there called degaussing, which goes, and then everything come back to the way it should be.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the reason why the magnet will work, because you're actually shooting electrons down into a screen, so you can see the screen, and the magnet will actually make it turn, will change colors and all that stuff.
It'll warp the picture, turn colors. I didn't know why, but I just knew it would mess up your TV because you can't. I was like, how do you reset it? I don't know.
Now, there's one thing I don't want to slip by because I caught it, Ernest. I don't know if you caught it. But I'm a fan of home theater and surround sound and
really?
high quality speakers. And the moment when you started that story, you said, "Oh yeah, my dad had these nice speakers," and then you went on. So there's a bit of a lack of respect there for
the speakers,
for high quality speakers.
Well, so here's the thing: I don't remember the brand. Okay. All I remember is that he bought it as a set. So there was like two tall speakers that were on the side, and then right in the middle in between there was like a tower, like a record player on top. There was
so it's like
a tape deck, a receiver.
Oh yeah, I just remember a full towers used to come like that. I remember that.
I don't
like
think
a full
it
tower.
had a CD. I don't think it had a CD player, but yeah, it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. All I know too is that like whenever we turned it on, like the neighbors would get upset because it got pretty loud. Now whether it was a hi-fi setup, that's beyond me.
Got loud. That's good. That's good.
It
Yeah.
is.
What,
We got
what
loud.
would you bump? What would you bump?
A lot of salsa and merengue music, a lot of just Spanish stuff because my parents had, when they immigrated over, right? They
Yeah,
didn't speak any English. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
But I've got a Sonos set up in my living room. What do you think, Ken? What do you think, Ken, of Sonos?
It's all right.
Ooh.
I mean,
Why
no,
is it?
Okay.
I think the technologies that's built in
Mm.
highly useful. I can see it. Yeah.
What is a top notch brand now? What are we aiming for? What is the pinnacle we're looking at?
Look. I am not the type that will keep up with the Joneses and refresh the equipment like every other year,
Sure,
right?
but
That's
you're
not me.
audiophile. I'm sure you still read about it.
I'm
Once
sure
in
he
a
does.
while, if it lands in front of me, maybe, but no. There are so many brands out there, right? And so many ones that you can go with, and the quality has been increasing, whereas the prices have remained steady. So you're getting higher quality stuff over time. But the thing with good speakers is once you find a good pair, you can use it for a long time. Long
Get
time.
better? Don't they get better over time? Like
It
am I
depends.
misunderstanding that?
What is burning? This is where it goes.
Yeah, I don't quite know exactly what that means for speakers, but the theory is it takes time for your equipment to warm up, right? From the amplifier to the speaker components. You do want it to play for a while for things to ease in and settle in. Don't know exactly what that means, but there is some truth to certain types of amplifiers that once you burn in and things warm up, they sound better.
What's a tube amplifier?
Vacuum tubes.
That's it. I didn't know what the hell it is. See?
Yes.
I've just seen them. So
Yes.
I know he's gonna know.
It's another way to amplify the power sounds, right? So analog sounds, and tube amplifiers changes the sound so that it's more warm. It buffers the highs a little bit, so you don't get that sharpness, especially in some speakers that have like what did they call, like titanium tweeters and stuff like that, right? If you play certain type of music or audio and the highs, they get really loud, it can hurt because it's really sharp, right? And so what these type of amplifiers can do, the vacuum tubes, it will mellow out the range of the audio and the vocals, so everything sounds better. So mid-range stuff like jazz, yeah. And
It's a subjective thing.
and the vocals, it sounds better.
It's subjective, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
to people's ear. That's why there's that type of amplifier versus other types of amplifiers. Some people like this one, some people like that one. Some people like the muted a little bit, like you're saying, warmer tones. Some
Yeah.
people like to hear the full range and like that it does, like kind of pushes the, on the senses that it hits those highs. So again, it just depends.
I like things that make my butt vibrate.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean? Why?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Why?
He likes
According-
the bass.
Okay,
He
okay.
likes the
I want to make sure we're
bass.
staying on music. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't switch topics.
Okay, Henry, why do you? Okay, you like the
Dude,
bass? What
because
are you talking
gotta-
about?
You have to feel the music, right? So you
What?
just get the bass going.
Are you so? At any point, did you have, I don't know, 12s in your car?
So I mean, a
12 in the
bazooka.
trunk.
Bazooka. See, you had a bazooka.
Lucas.
Did you have a bazooka?
See, no, because I remember there was a day that we were at a concert, and we found this really cool seat. We're like, this is awesome! I love this seat, and we sat on it, and guess what? We were sitting on the freaking speaker. Yeah, it made my butt vibrate. So
Oh.
that was
And
fun.
how'd you like it? How'd you like it, Henry?
You liked it a lot. Okay, I have a lot of questions here. Going back to okay, so would you ever try to recreate this, or now it's just like everywhere you go, you're like, I'm sitting on that speaker.
Well, you know, there's plenty of theater seats out there where they actually have the speaker right underneath your butt.
Oh,
Mhm. You pay extra for it.
Those are the theaters that
you
Henry
always
goes
pay
to.
extra for that kind, technically.
So that experience did leave a lasting impression, Henry.
But apparently, I don't find them very a lot these days because apparently those seats get taken all away. So that's why I don't go to theaters anymore.
Okay, so there's this technology that you can it's like a vest that you can wear, and as you play games, listen to music and stuff like that, it actually vibrates your body, so in different tones. Henry,
What's
have
it
you
called, like a
tried or
Wooger?
heard of that? I don't know what's called though. I forget the name of the thing.
Wooger vest.
Yeah,
I think-
have you heard of that, Ken? Henry?
Yes.
Is that something that would like? Because the demonstrations they show are people listening to music. They're not like playing games. They're like, and it's only there's like a single one where it's like just a one, I don't know, one device thing that is like you can stick on your chest, or something that you can actually wear a vest where there's multiple throughout your body. I have no idea.
Is that the one where they had the deaf people and they took them to a concert and they put those vests on them?
I don't know.
That would be interesting. Okay.
Henry's-
Yes. No. I think I think the wearing those things for music, I think is a little bit. Well, let me change it differently. I like the applications better than the enjoyment of the music itself, because I'll be honest, is when Ken says this is much more warmer or this is much better. I mean, it goes over my head. I'll be honest. I sure don't know it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, let me add a bit to that about the bass. Bazookas and stuff like this, it's bass distortion, right? You get a lot. It's like there's a difference between really tight bass that's very musical, and then there's bass like the bazookas you put in the back of your car.
I don't
and the
know.
Wooger.
We're starting to get theoretical here.
I know.
They look like.
I think Ernesto and I might go on a little hip hop side. It might be
I
huge
would.
Oh, no.
difference.
That's
no.
exactly where I was going.
I'm gonna
There
step
is-
away
Yeah.
carefully.
Okay, fine. There could be two sides of whatever this is, but there's loose
said
bass.
whatever
and there's
this
tight
is.
bass. Okay, there's tight bass and there's loose bass. You can emphasize either ends of the spectrum depending on your taste.
I think Ken's trying to make sure that he doesn't want the license plate rattling bass. Like,
Yeah, right.
Oh, no,
we get
my
that.
bass-
We get that too.
Right.
My
He doesn't
bass
want that dirty
rattle-
808.
No.
Yeah, I get that.
My subwoofer would like make the paint fall off the walls, okay, if I wanted to. But there's a difference between that trailing low rumble, that kind of like right? It's borderline distortion that you hear a lot out of cars that heavily emphasize on bass.
I see.
Yeah.
So are those just poorly tuned?
I think
Speakers?
so. It's just like people that want that experience, but haven't quite gotten to balancing everything yet. So they just crank it up.
Well,
and then
here's the
the lights are
difference.
dimming, right? When they're cranking the music up.
Right. But
Yeah.
here's the difference. You're outside the car. They're inside the car. So it's two. You're talking about
That's
two different
true.
profiles.
Right,
So
that's true.
unfortunately, you're only hearing the leakage.
Right. That's true. And I had a buddy who completely like lined his car up with Dynamat. Is that
Yeah.
what-
You put
Right?
it inside the panels and stuff. Yeah.
And holy cow, the difference it made, because I was able to hear it before he installed it and then after. Man, I just never had the buku dollars to do that kind of install. But
You can do it. You can buy it if you know how to take the panel off your car. You just buy some and you can put some in. It's even if you put a few panels in, it's not fully inside. It just absorbs some of that leakage, and then, like you said, that's what I said. Like that's all we hear. There's like the after effects of their music.
Right?
We're not in their car, so it's just two different.
Well, I've been in cars with there's like a huge range of what you can get, right? But I've been in cars with basic bazookas in the trunk. Nothing like as custom as what you're talking about, Ernesto. and that's just like starter loose bass, right? It's okay.
I just feel bad for the car itself.
Yeah.
No, because you rattle and then all of a sudden the screws start coming loose and you wonder why.
What kind of cars do you drive, dude?
Screws
I'm
are
sorry, man. I had a
loose?
cheap old junker,
What are you
okay?
talking about?
It was a
Holy
Pontiac Grand Am.
Right.
Hey, if the
Pontiac
screws are coming loose on the vehicle, that's happening before the base is even put in.
And
Damn right.
That's damn straight. That's nothing.
Man, those rattling screws would further distort the music.
I had a 12 in mine.
Ooh.
I went up to a 14 in my SUV later on. This was many years ago. Yes, I understand. Like, if you have just all bass, it's like, it sounds like shit.
Yeah.
But it did really was like, it was just, yeah, feeling it. That's why I was like, when Henry said feeling it, it was like, if you could tune it up, it would be that it also gives you vibration back.
Yep.
So you can actually feel it. That was
yeah,
the first time in high school. That I think that was the first thing. It was like in high school, it was some other kid. They had a job and everything, so they earned their money and they put it in their ride. And when we felt that, you're like, dude, that's a completely different feeling, right? Like
Totally.
that the music actually moves you.
100%.
Just you hear it.
And that reminds me, like even in high school, I remember when we have our dances, right? We invite the girls' schools over. We'd set up, the DJs would set up their big massive speakers, right? And like I remember like just like sticking our heads in the speakers so that we could feel the music, right? But there's nothing like actually feeling the vibrations, right, of the music. It really it's a one of a kind of experience for sure.
It's funny, right? Those speakers are built to project sound into like an auditorium, and you're 6 inches from it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, and not 6 inches. His head is in the cabinet.
Yeah. Negative 6 inches.
Oh man.
Yeah, for sure.
Now there was this. So the whole thing about music too is how they recorded the audio track for movies. Like not every movie has great sound or great bass. It's how they mix it. And I like looking at the audiophiles out there. They'll post like what movie, what clip do you want to test your bass or your surround sound with. And that's what I like to do, just to help you like test and calibrate and enjoy really the best parts of the movie if you're truly into the sound aspect of it. And one scene that I really love, okay, this is a Tom Cruise movie. Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion.
Oh.
All right. So it's like a sci-fi thing. It's worth checking it out.
It's a good movie.
There is one scene when he's flying like that hover helicopter thing, and he was investigating a crash. And before he lands, he flies around the site. And because, the engines are firing because he's about to land, the bass is pretty tremendous. But the cool thing is he's flying around you, trying to land this thing. So if you get it right, you feel like the bass is traveling with it. So the vibration kind of rotates around the room and you feel it as it goes around. And it drives my wife nuts because I'll play that scene over and over again while I'm tweaking stuff. She's like, shut up. It's fine. No, I have to dial up the bass some more. Hang on.
Well, once you set it up for like that particular scene, the settings, do they carry over to like other movies? No, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, for example, I just saw, well, not just a while ago, Tenet, right? The Christopher Nolan movie, right? And I've seen and read a lot of criticism about how he mixes his movies, right? Yeah. Like it's like even all the Batman movies, right? Like God, what was the villain with the mask? Bane, right?
Like Freddie.
He almost had it.
Yes.
I was born in the shadows. Yeah. What do you say? He's born where? Shadows?
Right? Yeah. So I guess like so the settings don't carry over, right? So what's the best way of doing that? Like, do you have to have a setting for every movie?
No, that would drive me nuts. But what you do is, because not every scene in a movie is going to give you the same type of experience anyway. So what happens is when you get a decent system and you dial the bass up just right, the acoustics you set up one time for the rest of your speakers and you're fine, because that is calibrated to your room, right? And a lot of receivers have software that helps you do that calibration and measurement and configuration. So leave that alone. The only thing you really play with is how much bass you want to introduce, how much bass you like in your movies. And so
a lot.
You really
can't. That was established earlier, Henry. Thank you.
Henry, there's a sound bar with a wireless sub that is flat. So it instead of it being like a box, it is a flat box that you can shove underneath your couch. I suggest you buy that one and then rumble your butt all the time.
Instead of the couch, just stick it in your underwear.
Let me think about that.
I suggest underneath the couch, but
yeah, you're sticking to it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
just saying, just saying.
Sure.
Do you notch like the back of your little dial? Like, this is,
for action movies. This is
for horror movies. Do you like maybe you should that way on the back of it has like a couple different ones that you just kind of turn.
And that's so 1980s, Freddie. But these days, your receivers, you can have different profiles that you can set up, and they will amp.
Come on, Freddie. Come on.
I didn't know for settings.
No, I was about to invest in a label maker for you.
Yeah.
So you can put a little like 7 here.
I was gonna say I was gonna buy him a little engraver. It's like back in the day, it was like a little thing that just you could engrave stuff. So I was like.
What I would love is a little Raspberry Pi that has a program with all my movies and my preference for bass settings for each one of the movies. So all I have to do is send a signal to it, which attaches to like an R2-D2 type of robot that has an arm that sticks out that can grab the bass knob, right, and adjust it accordingly, right? That would be awesome.
A servo. Use a servo. Something we talked about earlier. I don't know if
it's going to make noises like R2-D2, okay, Freddie?
Will that robot also get you your beer?
Unfortunately, no. It's still attached to the subwoofer.
Yeah. It will get you your beer, and
it will get you your subwoofer.
Extra head on the beer, and Henry can sit on it for extra bass.
Yeah, only if I get a ride on it, and he shakes.
Wow.
Oh man. What? So, were we going to talk about something that wasn't stereos?
All right, let's end that segment with this. Sound is subjective. If you don't know any better, you're fine. System's great.
And that's me. Okay, I don't know any better. I just say, hey, this music on. Hey, I'll sing to it.
It's funny because like I've always nowadays you have to buy speakers like even though you have a flat panel TV because the speakers are pointing in the wrong direction. Motherfucker. So it's just even if you have good ears, you can't hear the dialogues. You're like subtitles.
Yeah.
I think that's a funny thing with the subtitles though right now. It's like if you do go somewhere or you watch a movie like at a theater, you're like, where are the subtitles? I don't know what he's saying.
Man, I hate the subtitles, and my wife loves subtitles. And that I don't like it because like it messes with the HDR.
Oh yeah, it
brightens it up and then it dims it down, and that bothers me. I would much rather struggle to hear and really appreciate the imagery versus seeing the
But
words.
isn't why we watch a movie so we don't have to read?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and my wife makes me read every single time we watch a movie and show.
Well, no, I have to say, if you have kids, turn the closed caption on. It help them read.
Oh, I thought you were saying because they make a lot of noise, but okay, sure. Yeah.
No, it helps them read.
That too.
I mean,
like interference. If your speakers aren't tuned right, you do need subtitles here. What?
That's right. You can't hear what they're saying. But my biggest problem with subtitles, especially for comedies, it ruins the joke.
Yeah.
You
Stop
see the
reading it
joke.
first. You gotta read it afterwards.
It's in front of you. You've been taught, right? Ever since you were wee little, if there are words in front of you, read it.
Yep.
They got to change.
It
Whoever
doesn't.
can figure out subtitles for comedies and know exactly when to publish.
That's
the
tough though,
text.
because then that person, I mean, like, that person has to. Well, I mean, I guess you're right, because even most stand-ups go through post-production and stuff, anyways. At this point,
I don't think it's that hard, Freddie. Because look, the people that subtitle karaoke.
Don't say that. Don't ever say it's not that hard. You never know.
Henry
how
has
hard
an
it is.
idea. Henry has an
No,
idea.
no, because I don't know if you guys know how the subtitles work. Subtitle works on a totally separate channel, and then that's being outdated. That's the reason why they still keep the way they do today.
What is that? What does that mean? Other channel.
So the way that the way the film works, right? It's like a film, right? It still runs, and then there's actually additional lines out there on the side. That's why you see those notches on the side. That's actually where they keep the additional information, and closed caption goes there in the old days. Okay. And then today everything's digital. I just don't think they update it. That's why. So Ken may have something there. So Ken may be on.
I mean, look, I mean, we have. I mean, these things can literally, right as you speak, word for word, spit it out.
But the way that it's timed up is supposed to be like closed captioning is timed up so that it is exactly when the person says it, or as close as possible. Right?
No.
The only
that
is for movies and TV. Like, it doesn't come in afterwards. It's what Ken is saying, like, as a comedy or some sort of punchline, it needs to be slightly delayed from when they said it. So, but it's a very
because it's right on time, isn't it? It should be in sync.
But even on time, you're reading it rather than listening to them deliver it. You're delivering it now because you're reading it in your mind. They're no longer delivering it because when you're reading, can you compete with someone talking to you, right?
If you do it a couple of milliseconds right before they say it, then I think it's okay. You can trick your mind. But the key there, I think what Henry's getting on is that single track for the closed caption, it doesn't have any information for it to sync to. That's the legacy, I think.
Correct.
That's what.
Or how
so
about
as soon
this?
as
You
they
talked about settings and stuff earlier. Why wouldn't it just be when I watch comedies, there's none, or when I watch stand-up, there is none?
No, because they still go back to the old days, right? That's the reason why they do that clap to make sure that everything syncs up. And then except for
no. What I mean is, what as a user, why won't you just go even further? As a user, when I watch certain types of movies, there is no closed captioning. So now, like, if Ernesto is like, oh, for action movies, we do not have subtitles, so we don't have this crazy shit. But on these romantic comedies, we do, so that my wife can read them all. That's sorry for the stereotype, but just throwing it out there kind of like that. Because in that manner, now you can set up even more fine-grained tune to say, like, for instance, I watch a lot of stand-up comedies. So stand-ups, period. Like stand-up, like deliveries. Kevin Hart to whoever. Anyways, and so I generally turn it off, like Ernesto and Ken was saying, because it will ruin their delivery of the joke. You will read the joke before they will deliver the whole joke sometimes. And so sometimes it comes afterwards, sometimes before, but whatever. Like, it does kind of mess up your experience because it's not on the same timing as that person's delivery. Like, it's important because that's a live performance, right? So again, it's like, if this is a live performance, don't show this. If this is a, second viewing, show it again, right? Show it now, right? Like, so again, it's like, could it be even fine-grained tune to this stuff to allow you to then, deliver better things better to you. Like, if I'm watching an HDR, do not brighten and always keep it bright or always keep it dark, but don't brighten and
So Freddie, I'm kind of curious.
I'm
kind of curious. So the whole idea with subtitles and closed caption are for people that may be hard of hearing or have handicaps, or they're deaf, and they want to read and enjoy the movie. Do you think now that normal people that turn on subtitles are infringing upon the rights of some of these folks that are handicapped, and would they get pissed at you for taking over their thing, for using their thing? It was meant for them. What's your problem, normal person?
It's meant
Just
for
use your
everyone.
ear.
What are we talking about? It's meant for everyone.
No, I'm curious. Like, would you be pissed if you were hard of hearing and then you hear all these other people complaining about subtitles? Oh,
No. We're talking about the application of how to make the subtitles better. None of us said that we hated subtitles in general. It was just that how can you make it better? Because we all use it.
That's fine. That's fine and dandy, Freddie. But I'm taking a left turn here, and I'm suggesting that there are some people in the deaf community that may be offended by us talking about shit like this.
Okay.
Well, they're going to say, it's none of your business. Turn the damn things off. That's for us.
Okay.
What do you say to that?
Well, my kids get loud. I need the subtitles.
So
I can't hear the joke.
I have another
Yelling
use
at
case.
each other while they're playing Minecraft or whatever.
I have another use case. I have a very good friend, and when he was younger, he lived in El Segundo, which is right underneath the LAX airport, like the flight path. So we had to use subtitles, otherwise you miss the movie. Like you have to pause, rewind. So you have to have it all, because you never know when. You could look at the schedule, but planes are always flying overhead, so it interrupts you all the time.
I think they know already. I think they know the schedule already. Okay.
It was so bad that like his apartment needed two sets of double pane windows for every window. So you'd like click, and then it would shut it out. Like for the most part, it would still rumble. So maybe Henry, you would like this. Ooh. Still rumble the apartment. Just when you hear it isn't bad.
I think that's acceptable, and I'm going to continue to channel the deaf community. That's right, bitches. That's what it's like. Get a taste of that. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
No.
I don't know what kind of lines I'm stepping over. You know?
Are you trying to play devil's advocate?
Yeah, I'm like, is that would that be a thing? You know, like.
So maybe it's more like, is it okay for someone to improve something that they don't rely on?
No. So I'll be honest. The part about closed caption I really don't like. I don't need a bracket explosion bracket. I mean, like I could see it. Literally, man. I see that all the time. Right? It was in the bracket music. Bracket.
That's the best part.
I understand for the deaf, but
I always read those out loud. Eerie music. It's an eerie music. It's
and
right.
then or music. People laughing, and I'm like, okay. I'll be honest. Those things gives me. I'm like, okay, I don't really need to know that people are laughing. I don't really need to know this explosion. I could see it right there. So,
I would push back a little bit, Henry. I have seen some where instead of explosions, they would say farted. You can't see farts. You can hear it.
Yeah, but you're going to see the person actually lift a butt cheek or whatever.
Really? Would it be that obvious? It could be somebody enjoying their bass.
No, that just means that they're not acting right, okay? They didn't know how to act. When you go like... Insert bracket.
You're gonna have a good time, Ken, editing this one.
Oh yeah, I always do, man. Oh man, shit! We were supposed to talk about like NFTs today, guys. What the hell happened?
We still can.
Jeez. What is it? What is an NFT?
No, we don't have the time for that.
Oh, that's going to have to be a follow-up. Oh man.
It's called left turn after dark.
Yeah,
After
right.
dark. No, this should be a left turn for business.
No,
right
you
turn.
have to
right
say,
turn
like-
to business. How about that? You gotta go on the right side.
I was gonna say, like, we came up with that, and the more we say it, the more I like it. When we first started this thing, there was only 3 of us. If you think about it, like 3 left turns just make 1 right, but 4
So-
left turns
Wait,
is a complete circle.
Oh shit. But it's a square. It's a square. It's technically a square, buddy.
You go back to where you were.
Because if
okay?
you use a circle, it's a hard right with the holding the circle.
Hey, that's only in the
Every
United
single
States.
left turn.
Australia, UK, come on, people.
what I told oh man, what I told Kathleen about the three rights, it's like, oh, if so you think someone's following you, like in your car, make 3 rights. And if they're still behind you at the 3rd right, then that means they're following you. Because literally you made a circle and they're still behind you.
Actually, good advice.
Yeah, it's true. Like it's probable that they would make 1 right. It's probable they make 2, but if it's 3 and they're still right behind you, you're like, why are they following me? So
That's true. Good point. Hey, we love pointers, but one thing we forgot completely is to figure out what the hell you guys are drinking tonight. So let's do that before we wrap tonight. Henry, what have you downed already? Yeah, okay.
cognac.
Cognac.
Cognac. The
My
XO.
gone.
Nice, nice. Well done. Ready?
I am drinking a Bundenberg ginger beer.
Ooh,
Off
you're
the
in this-
shelf ginger beer. Still a good one. Really
Nice.
good. I actually like some other ginger ales and stuff that have more bite though, like Reeds or whatever, because it just has a little like a more sharp flavor to the ginger. The reason I don't like this one is because it's just sweet. It's like really sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
But it goes well if you put it in a, what is it? We said it the other day. The Moscow, no, not Moscow Mule.
A Kentucky.
Kentucky Mule.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just call it kick ass?
Yeah, yes.
Pretty much, man. Wrong with that. It's pretty. It's more. It's better than a fucking shot. You know, that's a better name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I like
Call me
it.
for branding. I'm really good.
Well, Kick-Ass is a movie.
So thanks, Freddie,
Yo.
for that. So Ernesto, what are you drinking?
Just a
finished.
nice Argentinian cab.
Mm.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Ken?
I've been wanting to show this one all night, guys.
What the hell?
Oh, shit.
What?
It's Moonraker Brewery Company, and this one is called the Honorable Villain. It is Imperial India Pale Ale. Where are they based? I don't know where they're based. Moonraker Brewing Company, but it's pretty good. It's part of my batch of IPAs.
Is it
I
gonna
only
give you
have, like,
nightmares?
3 left. I'm not afraid of clowns.
It's going to give me nightmares.
I
am terrified.
I know. So
I don't see
Why-
a big deal about clowns. I really don't care. I've
Have you
seen
never-
it too, back to
Nah.
back, no problem.
do you? All horror movies are like that, or like all horror
Oh, no,
movies?
there are some scary ones, man.
What's okay? So clowns, no big deal. Was it like arachnophobia or what?
I think creepy shit like The Ring.
Wait, clowns aren't creepy?
Wait, yeah. I was supposed to say, I'm like, clowns? Like the Saw?
Clowns
I mean,
are super creepy.
No, I find that they try too hard to make clowns creepy.
Mm,
It falls short for me. Like I can't see it.
mm.
Um,
It's for you. It's trying too hard in that genre. direction.
yeah.
When you say
yeah.
creepy, what's creepy? Like The Fog? Or
The
something?
Bewitch?
I
Bewitched?
think
Wait, it's not a horror movie. Bewitched. That's
Bewitched. She's kind of cute, man. Yeah,
you're
No.
married, Ken.
it's okay.
Hey,
Right?
he can look. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
okay.
touch.
It's bewitched.
I don't touch. Don't touch.
Wait, Nicole Kidman or what's the other one? What's the original?
The original, what's her name? The original is cute. Oh man.
Ernesto,
Samantha.
why are clowns creepy? Why he looks that up?
Cause why do they have a fake nose? I don't get it. I just don't.
Are your kids creeped out by clowns too? You're just like,
No, they're not. Maybe my middle son might be. But the other
Have
ones
you had like clowns over for their
Did you
parties
hire
or
a
whatever?
clown?
No.
Hell no, not in my house.
No, not at all.
What was it? Sorry, Ken, did you find
Yep.
the?
Yes, her name is Elizabeth Montgomery.
Okay, so Elizabeth Montgomery or Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman is only in the movie one though. That's a later
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. This is the original series.
Hmm.
Yeah, but look, back to the clown thing. My whole thing is like, I need like this creepy feeling to be slow brewing, meticulous, and continues to grow over time, and eventually it just creeps you out.
Who
And
said
that's
The
what I
Ring
get
earlier?
from The Ring, right? You watch the Ring, the whole mood of the movie, it just creepy from the beginning to the end and just grows over time. It's like a chili pepper, right? That you think like, oh, I can take this, and you keep eating it, and then at the end you're like, holy shit, this is hot. That's the kind of creepiness I'm talking about. A clown is just like somebody trying to make Santa look evil. I don't think they can pull it off. And I don't think they did that with clowns either.
No, they're still creepy to me.
Henry, why are you?
I got
creeped
you,
out?
Henry.
Why
Don't
are you,
worry.
Why are you clown creeped out?
No, I mean, no, I just, well, personally, I just never like horror movies. So that's a period. So, and it's just like anything, for example, to make you scared. I just don't understand when people go to like Not Scary Farm or the Fright Fest to creep themselves out. I just don't get it. Right? I mean, like, okay, fine. I'm thinking somebody's going to jump out behind the curtain. It's like, why do I put myself in that situation in the first place? Right. So that's the reason why I'm just like, okay. I mean, if I have to do that, my guards will go up. And I'll be honest, I'll feel bad for people who jump out behind the curtain because the very first thing what I'll do, I will punch them. That's it's not fight or flight.
I was predicting that, so I was.
Yeah, literally, like somebody jump out. My first reaction is not running away. I'm just going to be bopping in their face right away. So,
Do you, Ernesto? No haunted houses for you.
No, yeah, no scary movies. Fright Fest, those kinds of things. I think I did it like when we were younger, just because the girls would get freaked out, right?
yeah, and then they jump and hug you, going, "Oh my gosh!"
Right,
Ah.
right. That was it. That was it. But other
I
than that,
see.
no.
I see. that was the real plan. And then you're like, hold me.
Right.
Oh,
And that's when you wear the
You're
white.
supposed to do it to me.
Yeah. That's when you also wear the white beaters for maximum skin exposure.
Okay, you're thinking too
It's
much.
called an
This is
A shirt. You
October,
should
okay?
edit that one. It's called an A shirt.
That's all I know, people.
Wait a minute, Kenan, you worked for CP before. You should know all these shirt names now.
Oh, dude, that's your department. I'm the software guy. They're just like skews to me, okay? I never look at the descriptions.
1107, 1109.
Oh man, I know that friends would go kind of to feel alive, right? Like get them. It is because of the excitement and is a contained excitement, right? It's like as soon as you leave there, it's no longer there with you. But it's just like to get your heart pumping and get your juices flowing, because normally they don't do that. Now the way to mess with that is just do what some people do, is just scare the shit out of people in the middle of nowhere, like I do. So
Like
I think the common.
so my friend, I'll tell you what, is I'm like, I had a friend, I saw them, they parked like a block away, and then I would park, and I saw them walking to another friend's house that we were all going to. and I saw them walking, but they didn't see me. So I quickly ducked beneath all the cars, and underneath the line of all the cars, ran around the corner, and then as they crossed the street, I like jumped out and go, "Hi!"
Man,
Got so mad.
you're the clown.
He got so
dude.
mad. And threw his jacket at me. I wasn't even that close. I just it was him and his wife. I go, "Hi." They're like, she's like, "Ah." Cursed me out. I get it. I still see,
No, I think the difference is, Freddie, if he actually watches a movie where the same thing happens, he'll be cool with it.
I don't
Because
know.
the whole idea is about the experience. You want to have those experiences in a safe environment, an environment where you feel safe.
So doing it in the middle of Oakland, it's not a
He
good
was
idea.
not safe when you jumped your ass out from behind the car. It's not a safe space.
It was to teach him a
Too
lesson.
close to reality.
It was to teach him a lesson. We live in Oakland. You gotta keep your guard up all the time. Come on, man. Keep your head off swivel.
So you're doing a public
so-
service. Actually, is what you're doing. Fred.
Exactly. It's called
There you
training.
go.
So if he knifed you, you'd be like,
They call me seafood.
good job.
We're off the rails tonight.
Well, Freddie, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, don't do that with me because
Well, I did it far away.
No,
So
no.
like,
Because there's a-
don't do it to me because I will no longer be friends with you.
No,
No.
because human beings has thing called fight or flight.
Yeah.
Right? Majority of people will flight. There's a certain number percentage of people who will fight.
Yeah.
And I'm breaking down. Apparently, I didn't know this until I took some sort of test, and then that happened to me. They found out that I was a fight people. My first instinct is throw a fist at the person.
There you go.
Oh.
So
Dude,
you go.
what's that test, dude? What is that like?
I don't know. It's just
They throw
something I
shit
did.
at you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
No, you just get Freddie, and he goes around the corner and he just tries to scare you. that's the test right there.
Luckily, I put on a full like suit and then just one of those rubber suits.
So what do you guys think you would do, Ernesto, Freddie? Like, would you fight or flight?
Wow, I don't think I've ever had to.
I've had plenty of
Think
people
about
jump
it.
out at me. I usually don't react anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how you would know. So, Henry, did you have a guess before you
I
took
think
the test?
I think it happened.
No,
I think
it
he
happened.
punched
No,
someone.
it happened, right? Because
See?
so
He actually punched someone.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he actually like physically pushed someone or does something like
No.
get the fuck away from me,
yeah.
right? Like it makes sense. Why do you
Yes.
have to ask for the example?
The answer is yes and no. So as part of the undergrad, as part of my psych minor, you have to take a couple quote unquote psychology tests to gain some grades or extra credit, whatever it is. And then they were like, oh, please go over here. So to take this questionnaire and then okay. But that's actually part of the test that they did. They were trying to scare you to trying to figure out what was the percentage of people who are fight or flight. And then they found out like, well, you're one of the people who will fight people. So yeah, of course, that was one data point that I had. But ever since then, no, that's one reasons I'm like, because to me, again, I don't want to put myself in those situations because I realize like, well, most of the time I will fight you instead of run away the other way.
Can't
know,
wait till he
man.
gets confronted by a bear.
Right.
He wouldn't know.
Book it.
No, he's
I think
fighting it out.
It's a fucking bear.
Dude,
What? No.
He said fight. Most of the time.
But the
What if
bear, you
the bear's
make
like
as
his
big as
height?
you can.
He's fighting it. He's winning too. I put my money on him. He's fighting it. Doesn't he admits it? He's fighting for survival.
I'll come back wearing his skin.
Yeah.
damn. Have you seen
Oh.
the Revenant? That's a scary movie.
Yeah. No, I actually haven't. I haven't seen Revenant. I haven't seen Tenet. I haven't seen there's another big movie you all are talking about.
Freddie.
I did say Oblivion. That wasn't a very big movie.
When we get back to normal times, you and Kathleen come over and watch.
No,
Tenet.
because you're gonna be
Oh, no.
tuning in the subwoofer the whole time.
Yeah, you watch the same scene over and over again.
I don't do that when guests are here. Come on. Come on. The only thing I'll do is like, Henry, get off the subwoofer. We're starting the movie. It's only me by myself. When the
I
wife's
know,
home.
we're just playing. Come on, man. I would do the same
I go,
thing.
hey,
like,
Freddie, you like that?
I remember.
Rewind.
I remember doing the same thing with like when I first got surround sound and everything. I was like, finally, I have, you know, and it was, I mean, it was a simple system, but it was a Bose, so you could crank it up. It's, you know, but had subwoofer, 2 speakers. But then, like you said, I already enjoy the visual of movies and the visual of, like when DVDs came out, I was like, cool, like upgrade in fidelity. I was even happier when Blu-ray and HD came out because you're like, shit, this is really clear. And then when you go back, you're like, what the fuck was I watching?
And Freddie, there's Dolby Atmos now.
Yeah, I heard. So I used to have the whole thing. I used to have receivers, speakers. No. Also, now I'm just trying to find, is this soundbar gonna hit like 80% of the shit? Because at that point, I'm good. I can't handle just so much. Like, we all geek out on different things, and I can't geek out on everything. So it's like you got to pick and choose what you geek out on, right? We all geek out on different things. It's all true. Like,
I agree with you.
Ken was saying he geeks out on, right now he's his home theater, right? His speakers, his he's watching his stuff, so he's enjoyable. I know Henry has a ton of shit that he geeks out on, a ton of stuff. So I just can't. I just don't have time to like. I wish.
That's why I want you to come over and geek out with like my 4 new speakers I taped to the ceiling for Dolby Atmos.
I hope you drill them in. I hope you didn't tape them in.
Well,
I don't want
the
to
wires. I tried these new wires where they look like tape. They're completely flat, so you just tape them across the ceiling.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was always a concern of mine of like, how do you hide the wires?
Wait, so I know that Sonos does this really well, and also they try really hard about wireless. I know there's a latency, there is delay. Can you see it or can you hear it?
I don't think I can.
I can.
Because it's so small, right?
I can, and it bothers me a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've actually, what I've done is I've actually sat in front of my TV and gone, and I sit with my phone in the app, and I go, because you can delay it by milliseconds. Like, so I'm like just 1 millisecond, and I'll play a scene, and I'll sit there and I'll watch, and then if it's not good, I'll move it up 1 millisecond, and then I'll sit there and watch until the sound matches or seems natural, at least to me.
So that's because it's like TV to wireless speaker.
Yeah. Well, so it has what is it? Optical audio coming out of the TV, right? So from the TV to the Sonos bar, it's connected, but the woofer isn't. The woofer's completely wireless.
So the woofer is off from the bar.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
Wow.
Because the bar is probably. This is what I asked, and this crew will know for sure. Optical is a very good way to go, or not a good way to go, and is it better to go with a different connection?
It caps out. What
does it mean by cap out? Please.
The bandwidth is available. That means you can't get lossless Dolby Atmos. You can get Dolby DTS 5.1, 7.1.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. So my Sonos bar doesn't play Dolby Atmos. Right.
Yeah.
To get that was HDMI out?
HDMI.
Mm-hmm.
2.1.
Right.
I have boxes of wires of just it's
trash. Get rid of them.
Trash. They're all trash. They're almost all trash now. Like, who needs an RCA cable? Yo, who needs a left right?
Don't
RCA
use
cable?
RCA cables. They blow up your speakers.
What speakers? Again. So it's just like I got speaker wire, like speaker wires that because you used to have to like put them in the little crimp. I'm sure you still have to do that for the wired ones.
Yeah.
I have, I don't know.
Composite.
What's that? Composite? Oh yeah. What's that one that where you would? There was that one that you would plug into your what used to be your rabbit ears. Like you would have to,
Coax.
and then you could put the coax in.
As a
Yeah, coax.
Yeah, we have all that shit. I don't know what I was like. What am I gonna do with this? Back in the day, I kept thinking, oh, you never know when you're gonna need it. Just hold on to it. It's just like, what do I do with this? Can you recycle it?
Well, you can extract copper out of it if you really want.
But I don't have a smelter. It's not like I'm sitting there like smelting copper. Would you like to buy some?
That's your side hustle right there, Freddie.
Hey, okay, so I really got into this show called Forged in Fire. Have you heard of
What
it?
is that? No.
So I told Henry a while ago. I watched all 20 some episodes that they have on Netflix, whatever it is.
Oh
In
my
the
god.
episode, what it is within that competition of that show, they have to forge a actual blade, like some sort of knife, a sword, something like that. And so I was totally into it. That's why I was like smelter. I was like, oh man, a whole forge only costs like $200. Like to be able to do like, oh yeah, like take metal and like extract it and then make it into something. Like that forge only costs like $200.
It's a crucible. That's it. That's all it is. It's a crucible.
I didn't think it was when we were thinking about it, I was like, it can't be super expensive because the prize money for each show is only like 10 G's.
Yeah.
I was like, if it's that low of a thing, it must be a very low bar entry. My intrigue came with the how great their craftsmanship was with whatever tools they did have. Because at the end of it, it was like the two people left over, their final competition is they go back home for a few days and they have to recreate something and then bring it back to the studio where they'll then test these like swords or knives. And so I just thought it was so great that these guys could come back in 3 days and be like, look at this beautiful thing I made. You're like, that's amazing. And then they're like, we're going to try to break it.
Damn.
So would you do it yourself?
Like blacksmithing,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it takes a lot of time and skill, and it's art too, right? It's not science.
But there is a lot of science in it.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of art to it, though.
I didn't notice how much science goes into it with knowing, just in general, with the certain types of steel or certain types of metal, what are they good for? Mm-hmm. And then when you apply it, how do you kind of like forge the metals together so that certain metals are on certain edges? Mm-hmm. Because you want like the backbone of your thing to be hard, but you want the front to be soft so that you can actually cut an edge to it, but you want the middle to be a certain, you're like, what the hell? They have to know
how to fold it, how to fold the metal,
and then they have to remember this part of this metal's at this part, like this part of the metal is this part, this part of the metal is this part, and make sure that I don't mess it up and then do it the wrong way when I'm hammering it and putting it into a knife. You're like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
You can't see me right now, but I'm shaking my head in awe.
So the competition is the beginning competition is 4 people. And they go, I think it's 3 hours in studio to for their first round, and they have an hour to make usually a knife and then sharpen it, and then they test it and stuff like that. And then the 2 finalists go home for 3 days to recreate something. So,
but my question to you, Freddie, is why does that fascinate you? Because, and the reason why I asked that is because, for example, what we were talking about earlier, Naked and Afraid. Now that's a movie, that's a show I would watch. right? Where they drop people out in the middle of nowhere, they're naked and they're afraid and survive for 21 days. But why would Fortune Fire attract you?
Oh, I really liked it because people were creating something out of virtually nothing. Like, and it is all hard work. None of it is easy. They gotta, I mean, like, you gotta swing a hammer, like, just for hours straight. Yes, they have machines to help you do that too, but still, it's like, you have to put so much of your own effort, so much of your own stuff into it. And then it's like, here you go. Now you see if he's gonna break. That's the hard, that's the part that makes you cry too. You're like, that's just gonna break.
Yeah.
I have a fusion show idea that I would appreciate personally, and it would be called Naked in Fire.
Oh god.
Yeah, which should be like barbecues where you throw naked animals into the fire pit.
Okay.
All you can eat, Brazilian steaks. Oh yeah, I watched that.
All right, Ernesto, you get a last call. What would you like to watch? Naked and what?
Naked and listen to music while you sit on a subwoofer.
Isn't that? Oh, I think there's sites for that now.
It's called Get Jiggy with It, right?
I think we're at that point of the internet phase where I think there's a site for that.
I'm sure there's an app for that too.
Yep.
Even better, there's an app for
Right.
that.
All right, Chance, I think that's a good way to call it.
On that note,
Yeah, etch that description, the imagery in your mind forever until we check in with everybody next time. As usual, thank you, everyone. I had a blast. Finished my booze. So until next time, everybody, good night.
Next time.
All right.